Hi, I'm Chase Beyer, iUTAH 2017 iFellow from Westminster College. I'm a biology major, I'm a senior at Westminster, and I've been super excited to be a part of this program this year. This year I'm looking at the loading of microbes and stormwater runoff from various surfaces, one including a membrane roof, which is atop the engineering building, right up there, way up there. We're also looking at a metal roof photovoltaic cell, which we'll see a little bit later, and an asphalt parking lot, which we're all familiar with. This one happens to be in front of the Early Childhood Education building here on the USU campus. So something that's super interesting are the samplers I use to take the samples. We don't have any up on this roof, but there is a pipe that directs all the rainwater runoff from the roof down into a sump, which is right here. You can see that with the horrible sun. Here we are. Those are two of my samplers. Third one's back there. And the sump is right here. So, pretty cool stuff. There's two wells down there. One at 6 feet, another one at 4 feet. And they go down into the gravel layer that's in the bottom of the sump and pick up any water that's penetrating into the ground. And we'll assess that for microbial content, as well as stuff directly coming out of a big pipe in the wall of the sump that will fall into a tipping bucket and will basically be our sample that's directly off the surface, which is pretty great. So we can see how that changes as it goes in the groundwater. We have a similar setup by the Early Childhood Education building, but really first we should go and check out the pump house roof, since it's really closer and it's a shorter walk. We have two gutters up there. That one right there is collecting from a photovoltaic cell, so it's a dark glass surface. Super interesting stuff here. And the rest of the roof, which is what that gutter represents, is collecting from a powder-coated metal roof. So got some interesting results from a simulation data on that. But yeah, so this is pump house one. Spent a lot of time on a ladder with a backpack sprayer on this one, and getting pretty thoroughly soaked. So now we're gonna head to the education building. Here we are. That is one of our older samplers right there. I think that one's Scooby actually. And that one might be, it's either Carl or Kevin. And that one's either Carl or Kevin. I don't remember which. But here you can actually see our wells a little bit. Those are our well caps. The real well is, sorry about that. Actually, that. It's in the ground, it's got some tubing and a level actuator going down in it. I'll fix that after the video. But yeah, so we have runoff coming from quite a ways over there down into here, directly into our collection gutter, which is right there. A tube in it going to either Carl or Kevin. These totes, you saw them in the last site, I didn't explain them too well. They actually hold the batteries for the samplers. So it's important that they don't get water in them, which is why there's an excess of duct tape there covering the hole. But yeah, that's our sites. That's the video. I hope I didn't ramble too much. Kind of just one-shotted it. We'll see how it turns out. But thank you very much. The iFellows experience has been absolutely phenomenal. I really appreciate the opportunity. So thank you very much for watching. This has been my iUTAH experience so far. I've about a week and a half left, and it's going to be awesome. Later.